Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Kuzil Technologies. Today we are going to make the power to run our little system over here. So in the last episode we we made the ability to get 3 ingots from 1 ore through these machines, and I showed you how to do all of that. But we do not have the power. I added it up. It's something like 360 RF per tick that we need to run all of this stuff. And we're only producing 50. So let's get started on that problem. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to start to do is, I thought about making another crusher first, but that would only compound our energy problems. We need to go ahead and make the biogenerator first, and right away. It's actually not that expensive, and we can use this crusher here for a little while. So come in here, turn auto eject off, grab our saplings from the eucalyptus trees. Oh, those won't work. Never mind. Grab the saplings. Let's actually plant a few of these, at least just one. Toss that in there. I think we can use like dark oak saplings, and there's like a huge dark oak forest right outside in the overworld we could go get. So we're gonna make our biofuel with this. We need a couple of those for our recipe today. We might make 2 biogenerators depending on how much power this makes. So we know how to make our what are these called? These enriched alloys. That's exactly what I was going to say. And we know how to make the circuits. And the rest of this, actually not that one, this one here, the rest of this is, just raw materials that we have. So we probably could have made this a couple episodes ago. Like right after, maybe last episode we should have made this first, but that's okay. I wanted to get into ore tripling pretty bad. Alright, so this is done, and let's make this. Don't want to put all that in there. And we're gonna put the generator right here. So let's put down a universal cable. Actually, we might put the generator here when we get done making it. So, alright, so these generators, like I said, are pretty cheap. They're pretty easy to make. And I think they also go down the same way that these do, so I'll be looking at the back end of it. Yeah, so I need to go around the other way. Set it down like that. And the power is going to come out the back, so that was a bad place to put that. So let's actually pick this up and stick it here. And we'll put a universal cable, there we go, here. So now let's take the biofuel that we made, toss it in here, and see how much power this generates. 140 RF per tick. That's a lot. But we need more than that. We need like twice that. So that'll be 280. We need actually more than that. So we might supplement the solar generators in there. But this is pretty efficient. So this on the left side is our fuel, and this on the right hand side is our power, obviously, that we've stored up. And we can see a little indicator here in the front of how much fuel that is. So let's pop over to the overworld real quick while it's daytime and chop down a bunch of trees. I do want to test the dark oak trees and see if those are compatible. I know I'm pretty sure they are because they're vanilla. I know that the oak ones are, obviously we just saw that happening, and then I think the birch ones are as well. Let's replant what we can, and hopefully we get enough saplings back that we can have a positive. Can I reach that? No. Yeah, the oak is probably the best, just because it drops so many saplings when you chop it down. Dark oak does not do that, and I think that part of the problem is having to use 4 of the saplings to replant the thing instead of just one. Okay, so this should give us enough. I'm just gonna go until this mattock breaks. And let's try birch 2 while we're here. I don't want to take down the Sakura tree. And I don't want to take down the rubber tree just yet. I thought we were in... Oh, it's over here. I was like, I thought we were in a dark oak forest. But it's... Yeah, it's... Whoa! What mod is that from? That's gorgeous. Whatever that is, that's amazing. Looks like the moon, but it's in the morning. That's amazing. I do not remember installing like an environmental add-on. If you know what mod that's from, let me know, because that's cool. I'll keep that in my mods. That's super, super cool. Wow. Good job, Minecraft, on a circle. I did that circle right. Oh, I guess it is sunset. Okay. So let's get back to our bed. We'll sleep. Even though we're going to go to the mining dimension. Nah, we'll just go over. That's kind of the beauty of being in the mining dimension. It doesn't matter what day what time of the day it is. Okay, we'll crush this down. We need to make 360. So we're looking at 280 plus another. So that's 300, 330. If I did 2 more solar generators as well, that would be enough power to run everything. I would like to phase the heat generator out completely. And another thing that we can use is wheat. So if I were to set up a farm, I realize this is not the farming mod pack, but if we were to set up a wheat farm, I think Mechanism has a way to handle wheat. We'll have to take a look at that. I've always used other mods to do it, but it'd be nice if we could stay within the mod. And this does do, man, was this always, it's broken? Oh yeah, right, I just broke it. Let's repair it, and then let's set up a little farming plot for this. Preferably nearby. So like right here would be good. We can go out as many as 4. So let's go to here. Nope, not that one. I don't have that many seeds, but... Anyway, so that'll be a nice little plot that we can just kind of grab some wheat, and that'll feed our biofuel while we're here. And then, of course, we have all of this. So let's make another one. So now that we have some power, let's stick this in here, pull this out, set auto eject on. And this is, even though this is still has a bunch of fuel in it, it will probably reduce in power here just because of how much power this thing takes. The electrolytic separator is really the beast of this whole process. But this can handle, this machine all by itself can handle all 3 of these running simultaneously. Actually, all 4 of these running simultaneously, right? So this is 80, 100, 20, and 40. Yeah. So this machine all by itself can handle all 4 of these machines running. I just need to set up another machine to run this, which would be equivalent to another biogenerator plus a solar panel. And then this down here runs 20 or 40, so that would be 2 more solar panels. So almost another heat generator. But okay, so that was 3. That was great. Let's grab 2 of those and make some circuitry here, some alloy, advanced alloy rather. And then let's take, so we're only ever going to triple from now on. So let's take some osmium here. And we're probably going to triple ore for a long time. It's going to be quite a while before we get into ore quadrupling. And even longer before we get into ore quintupling. Because that's just expensive. But this generator's doing great. It's super efficient, especially when we're running it in conjunction with the solar generator. I'm not expecting to use this heat generator very much anymore, actually. Because this can handle all of that no problem. It'll regulate itself. This is one of those machines that turns solid fuel into liquid fuel. And this does too, actually. Which is another reason why I love this this mod mechanism. It's pretty fantastic. All right, so let's grab these. We'll get the circuit running here. We'll need 2 more pieces of iron. And once that gets processed over, so we can actually see the items moving through here, and we'll be using that in you'll be seeing that in the automation of this system over here later today. I will need to move this chest. We're gonna put that somewhere else, probably over here. Let's do that now while we're waiting on stuff. Let me have the chest. There we go. No, I don't want dirt. I don't want all that in there. I just want these resources. We can put these away for now. There we go. Because this is where we're going to have our other crusher and the piping for feeding these generators. And I think we have to run stuff into the top. So that means we're going to have to run the other generator off to the side here. Just like that. And then we'll run yeah, okay. So let's grab 2 of these and let's crush down some more stuff. Let's just do these. And I don't think, even though I have this auto eject on, I don't think this will eject into here because the enrichment chamber can't do anything with that. I guess we'll find out. Yeah. Okay. Oh, each of these makes 2. That's good to know. All right. I swear I know what I'm doing. All right. Let's grab 2 more of these. Make another biogenerator. And we'll set this down like this. Okay. Now we need to make a crusher. So the crusher we're gonna feed plants into. The crusher will auto eject those items, and then those items will feed into these 2 generators. That's the plan. Okay. So the crusher is, we made this in the other episode. So let's do, we don't need that. That'll be 9. That'll be plenty. I love that. We could almost put some biofuel onto this one and watch it kind of help run the system. Are you out of power already? No. You're working just fine. Kind of keeping up. That's cool. I like it. That one generator is pretty awesome. Okay, once we get 4 of these, let's get some charcoal going. Do I have charcoal in here? I do. 4. I can't wait until we can start doing energy upgrades. It's gonna be pretty great. And when we can start automating all of this, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with Mechanism. And of course, turning everything down so it's not so loud. One of the things that I do plan on making in the near future is is something called a digital miner. So in case you're losing interest in the series for whatever reason, the digital miner will mine blocks in a range below us. And I know you're not losing interest. I'm just teasing. So like what it does is it sits up here on top of the ground up here, and we'll just mine blocks in a huge radius all the way down to bedrock. So 32 block radius, it'll just mine everything, but it won't do the dirt. It won't it'll only mine what you tell it to mine. So if you want it to mine dirt, it will actually mine dirt, but it doesn't necessarily have to do that. We will have it get our ore for us. The digital miner, I think you've seen that before. I want to say I showed you that in one of my series. It might have been a survival let's play or something, like 1.10 or something. I don't remember. It was a while ago. I didn't make a whole lot of videos, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so we need another piece of osmium. How are we doing on osmium? Good. And we're going to need some more buckets. Actually, 2 more pieces of osmium. So let's get this pumping in here, and let's get some more iron. So 3, 6. That'll be for our buckets. I've got 1 bucket, but it consumes the buckets in the recipe, and I don't want to. I'd rather just get the buckets. Oops. So osmium, here's this at the back. And we'll make the steel casing here. There we go. I grab 2 more redstone. Toss that in there. And osmium coming through. Good. Toss that in there. And then we're going to need 4 pieces of redstone. And let's see what I'm waiting for. Buckets. How are we doing? Okay, so I just need 2 more of those, and we are good to go. Actually, I'm gonna take this bucket here, make 1 more bucket, head to the overworld. I looked up and made sure that it was daytime before I jumped out here. Not about to go get myself killed. Alright, right over to our lava lake, which is not too far away. But yeah, the digital miner, that'll be something that we're going to be making here fairly soon. I'll probably spend some time off camera mining, collecting resources, especially redstone. I think we're probably going to go through a couple stacks of redstone at the least. I think last time I made this thing, I was surprised at how much redstone it took. It takes a lot. Oh, it's almost nighttime again. That moon is something else. Oh, it's not almost nighttime. They just have it like in real life, where the moon and the sun, except their shading is, I don't think that's a dynamic shadow, because the sun's right there. This would be light and the other side would be dark. That would be flipped if this is how it was in the sky. I wonder if we're going to get an eclipse. Because that moon is like flying. I wonder if we're going to get an eclipse. Should we watch? I mean, it's only going to be a couple minutes, right? Or are they moving kind of together? I feel like this is moving slightly faster. It's hard to tell. Looks like they're moving at the same speed. So maybe tomorrow it'll be an eclipse. That would be a really cool mechanic, whoever put this together. No, I think the moon is moving towards the sun. Oh man, it's so hard to tell. They move so slow. And I feel bad just standing here watching it, but I kind of want to know if it's going to eclipse. How much more time do we have before the day's over? We've got 5.5 minutes before the day is over, before it's nighttime. And oh yeah, it's totally closer than it was a minute ago. Well, I hope you don't mind. We're gonna spend a couple minutes watching a Minecraft eclipse, and hopefully not be let down by this. That would suck. Okay, it's almost noon. 5 minutes in. No cloud cover, right? You stay away over there. I want to see this. It's so close. I bet it's gonna like eclipse over here. Oh, what am I doing? This is riveting content. I don't know. I could just speed the time up, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, okay, well, I guess I could talk about something while we're waiting for this to go. I told you about future plans for this. I should talk about some of the other mods that are in this mod pack that I'd like to get started on fairly soon. Once we get the power problem solved and potentially get the digital miner up and running, it'd be nice if we could get into some of these other mods, like Ender.io has some fantastic tools that we can use, like an alloy. So like instead of using the, I don't know, we'll get into it. I'll show you what it can do. It's pretty cool. Immersive engineering, I mentioned in the first episode, would be something that I'm really interested in getting into. There are some pretty advanced mods, and alternate power generation options. There's big reactors, advanced generators, stuff like that. And I would definitely like to get into that. To pull up the mod list actually to take a look, but it'd be really awesome if this eclipse, because it's going to happen, it'd be awesome if this eclipse actually made it dark. That would be some super cool. See, now this moon should be like completely lit up or completely dark. This side should be completely dark, and it should be a sliver of light because it's actually passing in front of the sun. You guys have seen real eclipses before? I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Maybe once it gets a little bit more eclipsed. Oh man, how cool would it be if like the dynamicness, I told you it'd be like right around here. How cool would it be if the dynamicness of this mod, oh, it's not actually passing in front of the, it's gonna not go in front of the sun. I waited this whole time. It's okay, it's gonna be clickbait. Thumbnail. Oh, that was disappointing. Now they're gonna separate again. Right, because it's not moving this direction anymore. Now they're moving kind of in parallel to each other. Yeah. Okay, well, awesome. I'm glad we did that. The suspense, it was killing everybody, including me. Yeah. All right, so let's make our crusher. And let's head over here to... let's actually put the crusher here. And then we're going to set these sides, right? So we're going to eject out the top. We're not going to do anything there. We don't need to actually have anything defined else other than this. And then we're going to take our logistical transporters and we're going to come over the top like this. Okay, and then we're going to feed down into the generators. I could go back one with this, I guess, to there if I wanted to. So here's how this works. So I put this in here, and this should eject out the top and flow into whichever inventory is first, which would be this one here. There it goes. And it will power this up. And as we feed items into the crusher, this crusher over here, those will get sent in and be fed into this biogenerator. Once this biogenerator is full, then the next bio pieces will run into this one. Now we can change that if we had the configurator, but we don't. So we are going to just let it do that. But anyway, that is probably going to be it for as far as power generations. Maybe I think we do need a... I'm just gonna leave it. We don't need a couple more solar generators, I don't think. I would like to make a couple more just for me, but I don't think we actually need it for what we're doing right now. Alrighty, for the rest of the episode, we are going to make this thing called the configurator. This is the wrench equivalent for mechanism. So let's get started. We need 2 enriched alloy and whatever is in here. So 4 enriched alloy. So let's get enough iron to do that. I think we should have enough iron to do that already. So 4 of these. And then we're going to need some gold, right? Grab this out. And I think I've refined a bit of gold already, so we'll just take and put that in there to top that off, and then a piece of lapis and a stick. Because we need something to hold on to. Alright. So these, once these get made and our gold gets down here, yeah, these are all running just fine. Everything has enough power. I like it. It's a beautiful sound. Everything running is working. Now this thing here is called an energy tablet. It stores power and we can use it to be like sort of a battery for the time being. We can stick it in one of these generators over here where the lightning bolt is. And we can use that to charge it up, and if we need to, we can stick it in some batteries or something that we make later on to put power in those. They're kind of like an easy way to transport energy, even remotely. So like if we wanted to move it in between like ender chests or something, we could totally do that. Okay, there's our 3, and I think we can make this thing. We do need to charge it. Oh, it doesn't take the buckets. I thought it did last time. Okay. Alright, so take that, and then this goes here. And there's our configurator. Let's toss this into a generator. Please? Please, can I have some power? Nope. Maybe that's where we put the energy tablet. Place. Okay, well. Can I stick it over here? No. That's where that fuel goes. Okay, so let's go back to mechanism and let's make a battery. Okay, you can barely see them here, but we're gonna need, I guess it's not rendering well or something, I don't know. So we're gonna need a bunch of stuff here. So let's start making it. A couple more of that, and 4 and 4. Okay, and then we're going to need a piece of osmium. We do have that. And then we're going to need 2 more pieces of alloy. 4 more pieces of alloy. Once this is done being made. I hope this doesn't break the game. It's not rendering a picture here, and I know that I use these all the time. They're really nice. And they're great, especially for power-hungry systems like this. You can stick a cube, like right here. Have energy run through it. Actually, we could stick the cube here. Would be the best spot for it. Have it come in this side and out on this side over here. And that would be kind of like, if our machines couldn't keep up, it would be kind of like a buffer. And it's always great to have a buffer. Alright, so we got 6 of these, and I just threw that. Go back in there. And what else am I making here? Oh, it's just some more gold. Okay. Well, actually, I should keep that dust. I'm going to want that dust later. How much gold do I have? 3? Okay. We'll hang on to it for now. We definitely need another metallurgic infuser, and I could probably make that while we wait. Here. Yeah, I'll make that in a second. Maybe. Alright, so 1, and then, yeah, some more iron. And yeah, no problem. So far, I feel like we're doing okay. I'm gonna need some more biofuel because we're already out of power. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, here's some wheat. Crush that up, brother. Let's grab some of these. Oops. These can't do much for you if you're not running fuel into them. Just a heads up. If these are empty, you should be concerned. Probably shouldn't run your machines. That's kind of where a battery would work really, really well. Okay, so got this, and have our piece of osmium. Let's go make the centerpiece. Okay, and how's our alloys doing? Those are done. And I'm gonna need 8 pieces of redstone. Oh dear. Go through that redstone so fast. These do not stack, just a heads up. And, oh, I don't have enough redstone. Rip. Alright, I ran down and grabbed some more redstone. And 2 pieces of iron. Let's make our battery. Okay, so this is going to be odd. Hopefully this actually renders in the world. Put it here. Oh, it does. Good. Okay. So this is how this works. Okay, so we're going to do side configuration here. We're going to output to the left and input everywhere else. This is the left side over here. So this is going to actually store all of the power that's in all of these things. It's just going to suck them dry, and they're going to run until this is full, which is going to hold, yeah, 800,000 RF. That's a lot. Okay. That's going to take a while. But that's okay, we don't mind. Next thing, oh, the configurator. So let's click on here, and I want to charge this configurator up. So I put it in the plus spot. If I were to put it in the minus spot, it would discharge. That's where you would put those energy cells that I was talking about. All right, and then the last thing I was gonna make before I let you go was another metallurgic infuser, right? So let's take 4 of these and some redstone and some, let's do 16 of these. Okay. Another metallurgic infuser. We'll plop that down right next to its other one. And then, so what's going to happen is we will use this one for redstone, this one for, I don't know, or we'll just use whichever one. If this one's being used, we'll use the other one. But what you can do with the configurator, M is the default key. We'll see if it works. So if you hold shift and hit M, it does work. So it works between fluids, gases, energy, heat, empty, rotate, wrench, and then back to items. So let's go through these real quick. Items is the first one. This will work on logistical transporters, and as well as sides. So like I could set this side to be blue, which it is. I think it's telling me that that's what this side is. These are all gray, and this one is set to be blue. So if you're curious about what each of these are for, this one is blue. If we could see these sides of these, they would tell us that this one's red. I'm sorry, this one's red, this one's blue. So it's kind of nice that it'll tell you which sides are set to what. These should be changed. They shouldn't be importing or outputting anything. You can also you can also color, right? So if I were to set the color, oh, you can also roll. That's awesome. I think I can't remember how to. Oh, there we go. So I could color these blue, right? So if I wanted to, you remember how in XNet we could make multiple connectors that had different channels? We can do that here with the color. So if I had 2 items that were running in parallel and I didn't want them to mix with each other, I don't have an example of that. I could paint one blue and the other one green or something. That way they wouldn't connect to each other. I can also shift right click on here, and that will push items from, so actually this would be pull. So I'd pull items out of this chest, out of this thing, and push them into here. That would be a proper way to set that up if there wasn't automatically, you know, something going on already telling us what to do there. Now I just changed that. So that's a way to change the side configs. So I don't want this to be red. I just right click on it until it's gray. I don't want this one to be blue, so I right click on it until it's gray. So on and so forth. Oops. There we go. Now those side configs are all set from the external. I can also change this to fluids. So I could come over here and change this to be a pull, for example. And I could set this to be push, you know, something like that. We can go to gases, we can set energy. So for example, we have a spot here where the energy doesn't necessarily need to be connecting, like right here. We could just shift click this until it disappears, and then it wouldn't be connecting to that spot. Not that it matters, right? It doesn't matter that that's connected, but if we wanted to be clean with it, we could set that up to do that. The next, let's see, is fluids, energy, heat. So the thermal, we'll get into that later. Empty, rotate. If I wanted to rotate this, for example, I could rotate it so the front is always where I'm clicking on. That's really handy. So like if I had set this down incorrectly and this was set to, I don't think it's going to rotate that, but you could rotate it to where it was supposed to be looking. So like if I put it down wrong like that, I could just come over here and rotate. And then lastly is wrench, so I could pick this up. Shift right click, picking up the cables, which isn't necessary at this moment. But anyway, so instead of like using a pickaxe to break them, you could just use that as in wrench mode and it would work. So a configurator is really, really handy. We'll be getting into that. We'll definitely need that for some of the stuff in our later episodes. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. This episode, we got a lot done today. We grabbed a couple more generators that are going to be producing. Actually, one of those generators was probably enough for what we need. But we have two just in case. I'm going to be spending some time off camera filling that up with, I have a lot of off camera work to do. But I'm going to be filling up both of those generators with stuff or with power and fuel. And that way in the future, we don't have to really worry about it. We made the configurator, which can really modify any of our machines and pipes. And we also made a second metallurgic infuser, which is great. So in the next episode, we will probably start working on the digital miner. Hopefully, that would be pretty awesome. Until then, you guys take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.